And that gentleman. And that, gentlemen, is literally how you edit the career mode flight. Literally, that's all you gotta do. You gotta just change it from VFR, so you're not doing that stupid holding pattern that they make you do every career flight. It's a stupid holding pattern. Just get rid of that. Change it from VFR. Make it be a direct flight. So don't change the route. The route is fine. Just change the arrival that it gives you in career mode. Change that from the stupid approach that it gives you where you gotta keep on doing a loop around the circle. It's ridiculous. Change that. Go to the map itself, look at the route, and then edit the waypoint yourself. And now, as you can see, if I do this mission, I'll be flying directly to the runway. And what you have to do during flight, this part is important. When you're in the flight, ignore ATC once you get to your cruise altitude, because you will start to drop your altitude probably around this waypoint. For example, if I did this flight, I'd probably start to drop my altitude from around that waypoint there, so that by the time I get to here, I'm ready to fly. What you will also notice is, so the cruise altitude is 30,000 feet. If you look down here, it has calculated that for you already. So obviously, most of us know this, but if you look at the waypoints, this is the whole point of it now. If you look at the waypoint, and I zoom into the waypoint that I just created, which is CY286. CY286, I now know when I get to there, I need to be at 600 feet. And as you can see, the waypoint that I said that I would start my descent at is right here, EVPOK. And by the time you get to there, you need to be at 12,000 feet. So your flying altitude for this mission would be 30,000 feet. And by the time you start to do your top of descent, it would be at that waypoint there, which will be down to 12,000 feet. And that, gentleman, will set you up nicely for what would be your landing. And that is literally how you edit career mode. Because the only reason why I've done this video is I was watching a YouTuber, quite a good YouTuber actually, and somebody in the chat asked him, can you edit career mode flights? And he was very dismissive, like, no, you can't do that, why would you ask such a thing? Actually, you can. So that also goes to show sometimes people who come across like they know what they're talking about, maybe you should take it with a pinch of salt. They're not always right. But yes, in the case of this, guys, that's how you edit it. You can't edit VIP. Well, you can, but it's a bit tricky. So don't try to edit the VIP flights. Don't try to edit much of any of the other flights. To be perfectly honest with you, this is more about the cargo freight flights. Edit those paths so that you're not doing this stupid loop around your final destination. I don't know why they make us do that. Just go into the flight plan itself. Go down to your edit. You can change the takeoff departure procedure if you want. I usually don't even bother with that because it doesn't affect the flight too much. It's just the arrival. That VFR arrival in career mode is so stupid. So to change that, literally delete the approach that they give you, go to the map, then go to your destination, zoom into the airport. You can see what runway you're landing on and find yourself a waypoint. If there are no waypoints like this, for example, you can set the waypoint yourself. For example, I'll zoom right in and I'll click there, for example, and I'll add the waypoint. You need to remember what waypoint you got before and after. So I'll want this to be after EVPOK. And there you go. There's a waypoint set. This is the best way to set the waypoints. Obviously, that's gone a bit wrong there. I think I should have done it before. Yeah, that should have been done before, but I can get rid of that anyway. And just play with the waypoints, guys, to set yourself up going straight into an airport. But if you want to change how to do the approach, and people say that you can't change, you know, the settings for career mode, that's total dog's water. You can change the approach. You can change all of this. Just wait for your computer to calculate what you've done and make sure your altitude hasn't got, let me show you, for example. So if I go 44,000, 42,000, for some reason that's not working. Always a glitch when you're streaming. So it's gone to 24,000. And even now you'll see it's still showing me my descent rate. If I get rid of this, you will now see it has even changed here. You see? And now this becomes a part of your flight route. So anyone who has been telling you you can't edit the flight plan in career mode, don't listen to them. Because I couldn't believe it when I was watching this guy's stream and literally somebody was like, "How do you change the flight plan in career mode?" And he was so dismissive. Like, why are you asking such a silly question? That just goes to show not everyone knows everything. But yeah, hope you enjoy this video. It's just a very quick, short one. I will be doing another video to show you the actual flight itself and, um, all the procedures that you would need to do in order to get yourself into the airport that you're aiming for. Like I said, there are times when you're going to need to ignore air traffic control. You gotta ignore them once you start doing your descent because they'll want you to stay at, for example, for this, they would want you to stay at 24,000 feet until you're literally above your destination airport. But you would start your descent at, for example, this waypoint EVPOK. Once you start doing that descent, air traffic control is going to start going crazy, telling you to get back to your cruise altitude of 24,000 feet. After a while, air traffic control will contact you and tell you to cancel the IFR, which is fine. You cancel the IFR, and the computer and the career mode itself will keep you on course for these waypoints that you would have put in. Then, yeah, then you make your landing. That's usually where it goes wrong for most of us, I'm guessing. But yep. And that is how you edit a flight plan in career mode. Anyone who says you can't, don't listen to them.